Hi, I'm Naomi Evans, and I will be discussing should schools start later. Imagine waking up every day without having to hit your snooze button 3 times because you actually got enough sleep. Well, a lot of students don't experience that because of early school start times. So today I'm going to explain why schools should start later and why it would benefit students. To understand why this matters, we first need to look at how much sleep teens actually need. According to the Sleep Foundation, teenagers need between 8 to 10 hours of sleep each night to stay healthy and function properly. But with schools starting early, homework, and extra activities, most students don't get even close to that amount. As a result, many students show up to school tired, which makes it harder for them to focus, learn, and just perform to their best ability. So now that we understand why sleep is such a problem, let's look at what changes when schools start later. According to the Pros Plus Cons article, when schools start later, teenagers are able to get more sleep and has way more important benefits. They become more focused in class, they participate more, and often see better grades. It also improves their mental and physical health by lowering stress and increasing their alertness throughout the day, which I totally agree with. When I have to wake up early in the morning and I have a test first period, it's so discouraging and stressful because not only do I have that test, I have 4 other periods or 8 other periods left throughout the day. On top of that, students are less likely to be late or absent, and they are safer overall, especially teen drivers in the morning. So, even though there are many benefits, there are still negatives that we have to go over. The article from Psychology Today says that due to late school times, after school activities like sports may end later, which is totally true. Once you start later, everything gets pushed back. And this becomes a big issue for the adults of who's going to pick up my child or who's going to drop off my child when I have work, which is all true. But there's already been accommodations for this due to other schools already having late arrival times. You can either ride the bus, you can walk, bike, carpool, get another family member to drop them off. There's been many other solutions for this because it's already been done before. And then another big issue is it also relies a lot on the student because even though school times are pushed back, teenagers still have the urge to stay up late for some reason. So this would be an accountability thing for the kid to actually go to sleep when they need to go to sleep so they could get that full 8 to 10 hours. So to see why this issue is so important, let's look at what the data actually shows. Research from the Child Mind article says that nearly 7 out of 10 high school students don't get enough sleep. This shows that sleep deprivation isn't just a small issue, but it affects majority of the students, which is more than half, and we need to accommodate to this now. So, since a lot of children are not getting the sleep they need, this affects test results, participation, and just recall of information that they learn. So now that we have all that in mind, let's wrap everything up together. In conclusion, school should start later because students are healthier, more focused, and safer when they get enough sleep. Even though there are challenges to changing the school schedules, the benefits clearly outweigh them. So the next time you hit that snooze button before school, ask yourself, what if a simple change in start time could help students feel better, learn better, and stay safer every day? Thank you.